Hello everyone, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our very own poet and translator Johannes Goransson tonight. Sitting down to think about what I'd say, it occurred to me that I've been reading Johannes for over a decade now, and I have to say that as impressed as I was with his range of poetry, fiction, criticism, and translation then, I'm even more impressed now. For like some kind of poetic explorer, his range seems to keep expanding and expanding and expanding, and his canoe is a pen and paper, his territory language itself, and through both his poetry and translations, he opens up new vistas of poetic geographies. Johannes' own style is eclectic as his many sources, is likely to draw on American avant-garde as pop culture, American war crimes as Swedish folk tales. His novel Dear Ra, a novel in flinches, for example, jump cuts between Petrarch and Susan Sontag, and indeed much of American letters, and numerous other touchstones such as Charles Manson, people like that. Reading this book is to inhabit a theater of memory where everything can follow anything, an amazing carnival of body and soul, language and thought, where even the circus gets eaten alive. As intimate as it is expansive, his rhinestone-laden aesthetic of the grotesque leads readers down existential corridors that blaze with the dark humor of guilt, of loneliness, and of wishes for vengeance that speak eloquently of our time. Johannes is the author of 8 books, including Hot Surveillance, Entrance to Colonial Pageant, in which we all began to intricate, the forthcoming The Sugar Book, his memoir Poetry Against All, and a critical book about translation, Transgressive Circulation, which is also forthcoming. It's his work as a translator that he comes to us tonight, though. It's a fact that less than 1% of all books published in the U.S. are translation of literature from other countries. So in this sense, our country is like an island surrounded by land, landlocked by the walls of the publishing world around us. And it's in this sense that we're privileged to have Johannes' translation of the Korean poet Kim Yiddian, Cheer Up Femme Fatale, the Swedish poet Asberg, Hackers, and An Jaderlung, which once had been Meadow, over here. And numerous other books, I think 10 books of translation, if I've got that right. And he's brought to us through his own poetry, not just these translations, but also his work as the co-editor and publisher of action books. As a translator, especially of avant-garde Swedish and Finnish poets, Mr. Goransson serves as a bridge between this important body of writing and the long train of American poets who push the boundaries of form. The body of work he is compiling enriches all of his readers, though, for always he writes with humor, intelligence, empathy, and therein lies his tremendous success. Please join me in welcoming Johannes Goransson.